great. Great. Testing. Angel, talk. Just say hi.
Yes.
Hi, everyone.
You heard her? Good. Right. Great, great, great. That's what we wanted to make sure that you're hearing us. So, how have you been? How was your week? Well, that's the only way you can do it, if you want to make sure. If you want to make sure everything goes well, that's what you have to do, one step at a time. Anyway, I had a hectic week myself, a very productive week also. Yes, what, it already done? It already done? Very productive week. Things are going along well. I know the program is gaining some momentum. I'm getting feedback from individuals. Persons are reaching out to me and telling me what's going on. They like the program. So at least we're building our audience, and that's very good for the program. So let's get started. You have any questions? I'd like to ask you if you have a question, because I know you're a guy out there with the grassroots, and people may ask you something, and you will say, okay, let's wait for Dr. Raj's program to get the answer for it. So any questions? Right. A plant with a pod. Uh-huh. Rawan. Uh-huh. Or the moringa plant. Uh-huh. Well, testosterone, I talk about that all the time. There are foods and whatnot to help you to maintain your testosterone, but increasing testosterone, especially if it is depleted for medical reasons or aging, is not easily increased. And that's what persons have to understand. You see, okay, let's put it this way. The body has a natural propensity to develop and do things, but it does those things over a certain period of time. For example, when you move from adolescent into puberty, right, the body starts to have changes, and those changes are all natural, and it's taking place. As you age, there's certain production that slows down or ceases. So when you pass 40 years of age, the production is no longer there. So you need to supplement whatever you have, or you need to maintain whatever you have. One of the things that maintain your testosterone level would be sleep and exercise, but sleep more than exercise. And a lot of times when guys get caught up at work and working shift system and doing different things, they don't get enough sleep. So if you don't get enough sleep, you start depleting your testosterone level. If you don't exercise, now there's a fallacy out there that people think that once you're exercising, you increase your testosterone level. But that's a fallacy. When you exercise, what you do is you use testosterone for your strength and energy and stamina and those things. Testosterone is used for you to do the things that you're supposed to do, to have that drive. But if you're younger, it will spike your testosterone, meaning that there will be fluctuation in your testosterone and you will have a spike in your testosterone. But as you age, exercise don't increase your testosterone because you start using up your testosterone. And this is where people get a lot of false advertising and false imaging when they look at certain advertisements that tell you that this product will raise your testosterone and that product will raise your testosterone. That is not true. There's no truth to those things. So you have to be very careful when somebody says those things or they get the wrong impression. What they do is that they will tell you something in a general way, but it wouldn't be specific as to being age specific. For example, a 60-year-old man who needs to raise his testosterone, there's no amount of food or seeds or plant or exercise or sleep that's going to raise your testosterone. And that is the truth of the matter. But there are so many items that people want to sell. I don't know. Okay, you spoke of the moringa plant, but then you talk about Ram and Sita. So I was trying to figure out what was the correlation between Ram and Sita and the moringa plant. Oh, okay, well, right. Um, well, okay. Well, it's not the moringa plant, it's the Ashoka forest. The plant that looks like a mango tree, but it's thin and tall like a Christmas tree. Sita was kept in the Ashoka forest, not the moringa. All right? Okay, right. Because anyway, there's a religious significance to that plant and whatnot, but let's deviate from that. So, because of the need for people to find a shortcut for everything, the manufacturers of certain items, they know that the human mind is like that. We want to find a shortcut. We don't want to exercise. We don't want to get enough sleep. We don't want to do the things to really maintain our testosterone, to boost our testosterone when we are younger. So they tell you there's a pill that magically increases your testosterone, which is not true. The percentage that your testosterone, okay, let's put it this way. If you're using a particular plant, let me say the moringa, and you're using 1 seed a day or 10 seeds a day or whatever. I'm not saying that is what you should do. The amount of testosterone that is increased in your body or developed in your body is minuscule compared to the amount of testosterone you'll be burning up to do other activities. Now, I'll give you a very good example. If a man gets enough sleep, and you will know this, every male will know this, once you get a good enough night rest, you'll wake up with what you call a morning stiffy or a morning wood. And the reason why you wake up with a morning wood, it's not a pee stand, as some people will want to call it a pee stand, because there's no such thing as a pee stand. Because if there was such a thing called a pee stand, every time you wanted to urinate, you will get an erection. Correct? Right. It's called a morning erection or a morning wood. And the reason why you get a morning erection is because testosterone is highest in the morning if you get enough sleep at night. But if you test your testosterone in the morning at, let's say, 6 a.m., it will be the highest. But by 12 o'clock, without doing anything, your testosterone will be lower. Do you know that? Well, right. And that is because during the night, your testosterone spikes. That same person, if they go and test, later on in the day, it will test lower. So it proves the point that I'm saying, and all sexologists know that, all urologists knows that the best time to test testosterone is in the morning. But you know what I do with my clients? I tell them to test later on in the day. So I get a true reading of what their testosterone will be like during the day. Because most men, when they wake up in the morning, they're not going to be having sex. They're planning to they get busy with work, taking a shower, changing, getting the children off to school, jumping in the car, facing the traffic, and all those things. So they have time for sex. Their mood is now about getting to work. So why test in the morning when it's an artificial amount of testosterone that you'll be testing? That is the levels that you will have because you have gotten enough sleep. So testosterone is something that is bandied about. Now, male have testosterone, women have estrogen or estrogen. Right? In order to be an active male and a properly functioning male, you need testosterone and good levels of testosterone. Now, most doctors, and I know we have some doctors listening to this, and they could agree with me or not agree with me, but most doctors will tell you once you're within the range, you're safe. A sexologist will tell you that is not true. And I'll give you examples of this. And I hope your friend is listening. If a patient comes in front of me and tell me I'm having difficulty getting an erection, right? And he goes and gets tested. and let's say the range is between 1 to 20, and his testosterone is 2.5, he's within the range. But he knows he cannot get an erection, he knows he has erectile dysfunction, and he knows he has sexual dysfunction. As sexologists, there's a formula that has been developed. And some sexologists, they develop their own formula based on the things that they know. And they'll tell you, here what? Based on your age and your lifestyle, your testosterone is supposed to be between 7, let's say 8, between 8 and 15 for, not 8, 8 and 15 for you to function well because you're 35 years of age. I'm just using figures here. I don't want anybody hold me to this. But you're not between 8 to 12. You are only 2.5. How are you going to function sexually as a man? And testosterone is not only for sexual function. Testosterone is also for the proper functioning of the organs that are essential for life. So if your testosterone is low in the scale of things, the body is going to compensate for the essential part of your life, which is your heart, your kidney, your liver, and your brain, and not send it for your sexual function. So your sexual function becomes your alarm system. It's telling you something is wrong, that you are going to have the sexual dysfunction. It will lead to something else. That is why research has been done over the years to find a correlation between low testosterone and heart diseases, low testosterone and stroke and other things. But not everyone knows their testosterone level. That is why I tell guys, from the time you have crossed 20 years of age, get your testosterone level checked and have that information, your prostate and your testosterone level. And as you age, every 5 years, have a test done. So you will know if your testosterone is going down or if you're maintaining it, or if sometimes it's spiking up. More than likely, your testosterone will be diminishing every 5 years. So if you start off with testosterone at 8, 10 years down the line, it might be 7.5. It's going down. Whether it goes down by 0.5 or it goes down by 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, it does not matter. It means it's going down. What matters is how you're feeling. So, testosterone production, testosterone use is not what is touted in advertisement and all these things. Professionally, you have to look at it in a different way. The packaging have to be different. You must look at the lifestyle of the individual. You have to look at the age of the individual, whether the person have any medical conditions or other things that will be affecting them. And if you can find a correlation between those things and the lifestyle and the testosterone production, sleep patterns and exercise, then you know what to do to change it up. But more than likely, when a client comes to you and you tell them what they have to do, half the time they don't do what they're supposed to do. They don't get enough sleep. They don't exercise enough. They don't eat the right foods to help them maintain the level. So how are you going to fix this person? Now, we all know about HRT, hormone replacement therapy. Using hormone replacement therapy, you have to be careful what works for who and how to administer that. That is where the technical part of it comes in. So you cannot just go and take a tablet and say, okay, my testosterone is going to raise. Or you cannot go in the forest and say, I'm going to find a plant, Mr. XYZ plant, and I'm going to take a seed and it's going to raise. If you start off with low testosterone, how is a seed or a plant going to help you? It will not help you. If you have good levels, you can maintain it, yes, but it will not help to raise it, as some people may think. It will help to maintain. Maintain is the word. Maintain good levels, not to raise the levels. So many a times I have to explain this to men, that all these things you see touted and you see testosterone lives. Well, for any time fellas see testosterone on the bottle, they think that this is the best thing. I need to get this. But it's a sales gimmick. And I make no apologies for saying that. It is a sales gimmick. Putting testosterone on a product is to get men to buy it. And that's the bottom line. So if you want to make money, you'll put certain words and fellas will say that. Like, again, I always go back to women and their breasts. And the famous product called Blue Sand. Blue Sand that was made with a set of herbs and whatnot, a cheap product that was sold for dollars, big dollars, and the company made billions of dollars. And after 5 years, you never heard anything about Blue Sand again. Somebody became super rich from it, and that was the end of that. But it never worked. And you know what they'll tell you? Most companies will tell you, if the product does not work, send back the product and you'll get a refund. But if you use the product, how are you going to send back anything? They didn't say send back the bottle, you know. They'll say send back the product. But you're using the product, how are you going to send it back? So you see the gimmick? It's a gimmick. How are you going to send back the product if you're using the product and it's not working? They didn't say send back the empty bottle and we'll give you back your money. They never said that. Send back the product and you will get back your money. But you're using the product. So you're fooling people. And people have to start using their brain and their common sense for these things. It's guaranteed to work, but if it doesn't work, send back the product, you'll get back your money. So you understand. I try to tell people, you see, all these years I've been on radio and all these years I've been doing programs and whatnot. I'm not doing this to put anybody out of business. You know. I'm doing this for people to start thinking. You have a wonder product that is being advertised. You think about this. There's a product being advertised in Trinidad in every nook and cranny. Thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars are being spent on the advertisement of this product. Anybody ever stop to think how many hundreds of thousands of bottles you have to sell in a population of 1.5 million people, and I'm using 1.5 million loosely, to make back the money you're paying in advertisement? Anybody ever stop to think about that? Television time is not cheap. Radio time is less expensive, but it's not cheap. Newspaper advertising is not cheap. Sponsorship of equipment and people is not cheap. How come this product is being sold and you have so much advertising for the product on all form of media? I ask that question because I like to be logical. I am in business, so I know what it costs to advertise on television, especially prime time. I know what it costs to advertise on radio. I know what it costs to advertise on newspaper. Yet still, if the buying population of Trinidad and Tobago is 500,000, let's use that figure. 500,000 people have to spend X amount of dollars every month for that company to make a profit. But product is being advertised. So I am trying to figure out, well, what is the plan? What is behind this? It's the same thing with Blue. It reminds me of Blue Sand. Blue Sand was advertised on every cable channel, you know. Do you know how expensive it is to advertise on cable channels? And it was done. And they walk away with millions of dollars. Because everybody thought that this was the best product to grow your breasts. But it wasn't so. So you have to ask these questions. Why is these things happening? What really is going on? And somebody have to ask the question. Now, I know some person might be hating on me for saying it. I know definitely the company would be hating on me for this. Right? But I don't know if you recall this, Mark. Many years ago, maybe about, let's see, this would have been 1990, I think. No, not that far back. 2007, 2008, I did a radio program about the ill effects of eating what you call white chicken. Right? First and foremost, my presentation was this. There are lots of young men who are suffering from gynecomastia, development of breasts, and there must be a correlation with some sort of foods. A person who was an expert in that arena, growing chicken quickly, because we know when we were growing up, a chicken will take 6 months from chick to the table. But here you have chicken taking a few a month. In those days, it was I think 42 days or 45 days, which is less than 2 months. And he came and he explained everything about the drugs that they just inject into the chicken for it to grow fast and all these kind of things. And you know that guy got a lot of flack for that, for just exposing that. People were looking for him. People would call me and say, "Who is that guy? We need to find him." I don't know. So there's information out there that people need to get. Now, I'm not saying carte blanche that you shouldn't be eating white chicken, but there are certain things you have to look at. The chemical that goes into the processing of these things, what is injected into the chicken for it to grow quickly, and is it beneficial for men? I'll give you an example. Soya product is known to increase estrogen in men, but yet still a lot of men use soya. So it's going to deplete your testosterone. It's going to affect you.
Someone asked, how does one keep their testosterone level at a normal level?
But didn't I just go through that?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Maybe they weren't on. You get, well, it depends on the age of the person. The age of the person is always important. Let's say I go on the air now and say, all you need to do is sleep and eat properly. And the person is 62 years of age. That is not going to maintain his testosterone level.
Someone also asked, could a heart issue affect testosterone?
If you have a heart situation, right, it is because something has gone wrong in your body, right? It is an indication that your hormone levels and whatnot are not right. So it is not the testosterone that is affecting that, right? And not the testosterone that causes it. Your low testosterone is what have you there. But you cannot go and do the things that people will say to do, which is exercise, to maintain your testosterone depending on the age of the individual. There is treatment that the person has to take. But again, if the person has a heart issue, and let's say, for example, they had heart surgery, you have to be careful how that person is being treated. And this is where the medical part comes in. And I'm not an expert in that area. I will advise them to go to their cardiologist, go to the person that dealt with them as far as their heart is concerned, and get information from that person. And if the person wants to refer them to me, then they refer to me. And doctors have been referring people to me as a sexologist. But they will tell me the limitations of what you can and cannot do. But please, if you're asking questions, please let me know your age. It's important for me to know your age, because the answer to your question is dependent on your age. And that's what you have to understand. Age is very important. So when you're talking about sexual health, be it women and men are more concerned about their sexual health, because most men will tell you they like to have sex as often as possible. Women don't discuss that part of them, because to them, if they want to have sex, they could be ready or not ready, depending on their mood, depending on how they feel about the person, depending on a number of factors. But with men, they always want to know that they could be ready to have sex. Now, I just always use the terminology, use it or lose it. The more you use your sexual function, the better it is for you, because you're keeping your testosterone at the optimum. Because if you don't use the testosterone, what it is supposed to be used for, what happens? It naturally diminishes, or it becomes dormant. So if you don't use your penis, just as how if you lie down in a bed for months, you get bed sores and atrophy, the same thing will happen to your penis. If you're not using your penis sexually, you're going to have problems. And these are the things, these are common sense things that people should be aware of. Apply your common sense first. And let me tell you something. Guys will tell you if they drink alcohol, they'll get a good erection. If I smoke weed, I could last all night. But everybody know when you smoke weed, you have an altered state of mind, and you don't remember half the things that you just do 2 seconds ago. So how you know you stay whole night? Most guys who use drugs for sex, they will tell you, they will give you a fallacy. And they will try to justify taking a drink to go and have sex, you can last longer. But do you want to become an alcoholic to last longer? Do you want to be dependent on a drug or alcohol to be able to function sexually? And these are the questions we need to ask. And if the answer is no, some people the answer will be yes. I remember once a person was telling me, we were having this discussion about a businessman, a business person, woman and man. And the guy was an alcoholic. And you could tell he's alcoholic. Even when he's dealing with the public, he's drunk. And the person who I was with told me, he said, let me tell you that guy's story. I said, what is his story? He said that guy used to drink a lot. He had a good business and whatnot. And one day his wife put a bottle of rum here, and she said, I here, choose. And he chose the bottle of rum. He chose the rum above his wife, and she left him. And he went from having a big business to selling out of a van because of alcohol. And there are some guys who will choose the alcohol, they'll choose the marijuana, they'll choose the cocaine over having a healthy life or doing things properly. And that is human nature. I don't condemn anybody for it, If a man tell me he like marijuana, by all means, you smoke your marijuana, but know what it's going to do to you in the long run. If you like drinking alcohol, by all means, drink your alcohol. If you like smoking a cigarette, go ahead and do it. That is your choice. You have freedom of choice. So when you have freedom of choice, there are many things that you can do.
Someone asks, if you drink punches, could it help you?
Drink what? Punches?
Punches.
No. Punches don't help nobody. First of all, punches will help you become a diabetic. And I'm sorry for all the punchmen out there, but it is a fact. All they do is use condensed milk. And milk don't build up sperm, If you want to build sperm, don't use milk, Milk does cause mucus in your body. Milk, people feel because sperm milky, you have to drink milk. That is not true. Please. Please understand that milk does not build up sperm. So milky drinks does not help you sexually. And that's a fact. But fellas will tell you that they're going to drink a punch. And half the time they think the punch is not good for you. The main ingredients in punch is what? Not milk and condensed milk? Sometimes they use carnation milk, sometimes they use regular milk, correct? And they will add all kind of things to it. But all you become is diabetic, drinking a set of sugar. So please be careful about these things. I'm not saying you can't enjoy a punch, I'm not saying that you cannot enjoy those things once in a while. But if you think you need to drink a punch to go and have sex, something wrong with you. Something is mentally wrong with you as a person.
From the woman perspective, we sometimes have uterine issues like I think it's PCOS and fibroids.
Yes, fibroids, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we treat that at the Adult Therapy Center. So you could call 662-1759 or 645-4543 to get the information about seeing me, and we deal with that. It's not something we discuss or deal with over the air, but yes, we have treatment for that. And it's all natural. We don't use drugs. So please be aware of that.
Someone said, I have a friend, she has cysts. What can she use as she's trying to get pregnant?
Come to the Adult Therapy Center for that. Because if you go to tell one person to use something, everybody will want to use it, and it may not be good for everybody to use. And that's a fact. And yes, I see somebody say they just drink and fall asleep in bed. Yes. Fall asleep on the job. That is so true. That is so true. Alcohol, again, if you need to use something that is detrimental to your health, and I always tell people, look at the formula for alcohol, the chemical formula for alcohol, and look at the chemical formula for poison. And you'll understand what I'm saying. That's why you can get alcohol poisoning. That's why persons become alcoholic. And they are thinking that they're doing something good to their bodies. I'm not saying an occasional glass of wine or having a drink with your partner is bad, But if you're dependent on alcohol, you are not going to function well. And that is just a fact of life. But my philosophy is, if you enjoy smoking, drinking, using drugs, and you want to function as as normal, it's not going to happen. So you have to make a choice. You have to make that choice. Now, when you're using supplementation and HRT, you can have a drink. And most of my clients would say, we can come in up, I can have a drink, go ahead and have a drink. But if you overdo it, it's be counterproductive. You're not going to get the benefits of your treatment. So you decide. You decide what you want to do. If you're taking antibiotics, they tell you don't use alcohol because the antibiotics will not work. You wouldn't die from it, Some people say if you taking antibiotics and you take a drink, you'll die. That is not true. It is not true. Right? It will not have the effect that it's supposed to have on your body. But they have to make the decision whether they're going to have a drink or not. Because knowing the information. Questions? I see all this smiling and like.
Someone asks about fish tea and another one asks about coconut water.
And sea moss.
Yeah, sea moss.
Okay, what about it? What do you want to say?
They want to know if these things are going to build up your testosterone.
It will not build testosterone. How much? There is no food that builds testosterone. It maintains testosterone. There's a difference. Building and maintaining. If I tell you, build this building, it means to erect or increase, correct? Mm-hmm. And if I tell you maintain the building, it means to go and put up another floor. You're coming to see about the lights and cleaning the floor and whatnot. Maintenance is different from building. And people have to get that into their head. It will not build testosterone. That is not going to happen. Please, folks, understand that. I don't know how else to put it to people. Because they hear so much of false information all their life. That if you drink fish tea, it's good for you, and it's good for you as a food. But it doesn't put anything in your back, as we just say in Trinidad. You go put something in your back. What are you going to put in your back? There's no sack in your back to put anything to perform. Just as how if you building muscle, you also have to build your blood. Because there's no extra reservoir of blood in your body. So if you're doing penis enhancement, there is no extra reservoir of blood. So you have to build your blood. And there are foods that build your blood. There are foods that are good for you. Right? Certain types of provision, soups, right? Certain types of meat is not good for you because of the digestive process. There are certain things that, because of your religion, it's not good for you. Although the food is good, but because of your religion, it forbids you to eat certain things. That is your belief, and that is all well and good. But do not think that if I deprive myself of something, okay, you know what people say? To be a vegetarian, you're harming yourself. The second most populous country in the world, and by 2024 it will be the most populous country in the world, is India. Right? And over 50% of Indians are vegetarians. So where they getting the testosterone and sperm from? They importing it? They get buying it wholesale. So how come they're reproducing? So the fallacies that we have, some people say, well, if you're a vegetarian, you can't get it up. That is not true. But I will tell vegetarians, stay away from soya products. Men, stay away from the soya product. It's not good for you. And if you don't believe me, do the research yourself. That's all. Do the research. There's so much information out there in the world today. Do the research and find out.
I think what we're getting from people here is that, seeing that you're debunking so much of the old tales that people used to say, from back then. I think people more asking them, okay, so it's the best. You're telling me don't try all these things because they're not good. So what you recommend? Because
I keep recommending it because if you're a certain age, get enough sleep, do your exercise, your workout, eat properly. Soft drink to have no positive value on your body. Juices that they sell in bottle have no positive impact on your body.
Seeing that we live in a citrus country and climate
What's the
change.
trust country way?
Yeah,
Where?
right. We have a lot of fruits and we don't import a lot of things that we import.
That's
So
how
like
we'll import orange and grapefruit, don't worry.
true. We don't talk about importing honey, so and we are good on
There we do
there.
go down there.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess we need to tell people that they need to
Okay,
eat.
okay. Good foods are foods that provide nutrition for the body. Once the body is properly getting all the proper nutrition, it's going to function properly. Correct? Right. So if you as a human being consuming things like, okay, I don't want to use any brand, I don't want to pinpoint anything. But if you as a human being goes to the parlor and you buy something sweet, what we call biscuit, and you eat biscuit with a soft drink, what nutrition are you getting from that? I'll tell you what nutrition you're getting from it. You're getting sugar. And you're getting a sugar rush. And you think that sugar rush is the energy that you're getting. But it's false energy. False energy. If you eat a variety of foods, when I say a variety, I mean you have extravagant food, For example, in the morning, you could have your bake, you could have your roti with something on the side. You could have your doubles. But I don't recommend somebody doubles every day. Because it's not good for you. I mean, the chana is good.
No, I buy my cup of chana.
Right, you buy the cup of chana. Correct. Exactly. That is exactly. I love doubles. I grew up with doubles before people know what doubles was. Right? We used to call it singles. Because you used to get one bara with chana in it in school. Right? 6 cents. 6 cents. Okay? And that's what a school child could afford. But I know you carry doubles all the time because I know the process to make doubles. I know. I just tell people, what are the best snack that they have in Trinidad is something called kurma. Some people just call it kumar. What is not kumar? It's kurma. 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 But that's the worst thing to eat. But it is a nice snack. So, if I go to a prayer and they offer you kurma, I will take one because it's an offering and I'll eat it. But I will not eat 10. I'll eat one. Because I know it's not good for you, because I'll tell you why it's not good for you. Kurma is made from white flour, fry in oil, and white sugar is added to it. Long ago, they used to use brown sugar or raw sugar. Now they don't use that because nobody likes the color of brown sugar. But a juice, homemade juice, you take your lime, your rough skin lemon, and you put brown sugar in that, is the best tasting thing, not the white sugar. But people don't like the color. They say, but it's looking like it's muddy. Why are you going to drink that? So everybody wants to see it looking nice, but white sugar is not good for you. And if you look at the research with brown sugar, you know what they do with brown sugar? Brown sugar is white sugar and they add molasses to it, So you have to get raw sugar. There's a difference between raw sugar and brown sugar. If you're diabetic, stay away from brown sugar. Stay away from white sugar. Stay away from any product that has white sugar in it. But how many of us are disciplined enough to do that? Now, I know all these things, and I'm not disciplined enough that if I go to a place and I get some parsad and kurma, I wouldn't eat it, I will eat it. But I wouldn't go and look for it every day.
Exactly.
It's the same thing with doubles. I love doubles. I was getting to the doubles point. But I will go by the doubles, man. I have to stand up there and eat it. I'm not going to wrap no doubles and go home. I can't do that. Put it in my hand and give me a triple. 3 bara with some chana, enough for the 3 bara. I don't want chana spilling over. And after I eat that one triple, that is enough for me for the month. It's not that I wouldn't crave it, but I know that it is not good for me to eat that all the time. I'm going down in age. I'm getting older, right? So, long ago we used to go and eat 12 doubles. And I know joke. 12, I stand up there and eat 12 doubles was nothing for me to eat. And I doubles, not triple. 12 doubles was nothing for me to eat. I could tell you that. When I was in my gym days, that was nothing for me to eat. Right? But as I get older, I get wiser. And I know the nutritional value of it and the non-nutritional value of it. So, you're looking at something balanced. How many people has eat greens and lettuce and cressel and lettuce and tomatoes and cucumber?
They take that and they put it to the side and they eat everything else.
Well, right. The salad is good. So when I get a meal with salad, I will eat the salad first. I will eat the salad first, and then I will eat whatever. And I want to see some. I don't like rice. I like provision. I like my ground provision. Sweet potato, yam, eddos, those kind of things I like. I don't like dashing too much because I grew up with dashing. So I don't like it too much. But I will, if you put a piece there, I'll eat it. And I will have whatever meat it have inside or the fish. And that's what I eat. So I eat that's my lunch. A kind of rounded kind of thing. Now and then I'll have a little bit of rice. Not often. Roti maybe once a week. Though some people say they cannot do it or they have to eat roti every day. I have seen persons who get heart attack. And when they come on, they want roti. Come on, man. Come on, you don't love yourself? You love roti so much? And when I say roti, I mean all bacon, all them thing, eh? Come on, you have to like yourself. Liking yourself is not eating things that are not good for you. Liking yourself is trying to mend. If somebody comes to you and point a gun and say, hey, I come to shoot your boy, and you go beg him to live? What are you going to tell him? Come and shoot me, man. I already to dead? Nobody wants to die. No human being wants to die. You put them in the most dire situation, they want to beg for their life and they'll fight for their life to the last. So why are you putting things in your body that is going to bring your demise? Why are you doing that? Ask yourself these questions. And it comes back to sexual health. Me, I don't know if everybody agree with me, but me, I think sex is one of the best things God ever invented. And God well know what he do. Because the only two things that create is God and sex. So sex is godly. I just tell people that plain. Sex is godly. There's no nastiness about sex. Right? It is enjoyable. It is something that we all like. Whether we like it with same sex or we like it with different sex or we like it orgy or we like it one-on-one, we like sex. And anybody who said they don't like sex, something wrong with them medically. No. Something is wrong with them medically. Because they may have a tumor, they may have cancer, they may have something else that is affecting them and they don't like sex. But any healthy person likes sex. Isn't that so? Come on, all you're saying, I guess all you don't like sex. We have three people inside they don't like, you love sex. Well, say it. Say it. Is if you don't like sex, you wouldn't make an opinion on it. You don't like sex.
I like sex.
You sure?
Yes.
No, you are saying you're not convincing
I
enough.
don't like sex. I love sex.
You're not convincing enough. You sure you like sex?
Yes.
Okay, good. So everybody likes sex to some degree. Some people like it more than others. But you know, those who like it and have a sexual dysfunction, they'll tell you they like it and they wish they could do it every day. But yet still, what happens with them? They are unable to perform. So why do you like something and you cannot perform? Why do you like something that you can't? Okay, let's put it another way. Who like chocolate here?
I do.
You like
I
chocolate?
love chocolate. Yes.
Right. Majority of the people in this world like chocolate. That is why cocoa will never die. I'm not talking about the cocoa between your legs. You look at between your legs. You see how it does?
That I know will never.
That will not die. We talk about cocoa or cocoa that is make chocolate. So cocoa or cocoa, to me, is one of the best investment if you could ever invest in Alfisa land. Cocoa. And Trinidad have the best cocoa in the world. And anybody disputed that, go and research it. The best cocoa in the world is from Trinidad. Trinidad cocoa is used to flavor other cocoa all over the world. We know cocoa. We have good cocoa.
We do.
And that's a fact. Trinidad chocolate is the best chocolate in the world. As a matter of fact, I went to this chocolatier, big chocolatier from Switzerland. Went there and the lady say, you know, we have a cocoa, a chocolate bar here called Trinidad. I say, yeah, it's made from Trinidad chocolate. She said, but a girl from Grenada came here and said, Trinidad don't have no chocolate. It is imported from Grenada. I said, tell that Grenadian. It's the first time I get vexed with a Grenadian. I said, tell that Grenadian, catch yourself. Come down from where she is. Trinidad have the best chocolate in the world. And that is undisputed. Nobody has Criollo or Trinitario chocolate. And they try to grow it elsewhere and they cannot grow. And I boast about that. Do your research. For you, all of you who listen throughout the world, the best cocoa in the world is Trinidad cocoa. And it's used to flavor other cocoa when it has no taste. But anyway, let's get off of that. But cocoa, chocolate, is good for you. We have a way we prepare chocolate in Trinidad with a number of spices that are mixed, and you grate it and you make a tea out of it. I always say, thank God for the Incas. They invented that. They invented that. They are the ones who know the power of chocolate, and chocolate is aphrodisiac. But not in the way people think about it. They feel that if you eat a piece of chocolate, you go and bowl down the place. That is not so. It releases chemicals in your brain and makes you get that euphoric feeling that if you're amorous with somebody, it intensifies. That is what it does. It intensifies the feelings that you're having. So a hot cup of chocolate tea does wonder for you at night if you're going to lie down with your wife or your girlfriend. Try it, you might like it, and if you like it, you'll use it again. But do we think about it in that way? We think that somebody asked me, recently I was talking to somebody in Florida this week. So what do you think about white chocolate? I said, there's no such thing as white chocolate. There's no such thing as white chocolate. White chocolate is cocoa fat. Cocoa fat is not chocolate. So when I told her that, she said, that's why it doesn't taste good. I said, no, it can't taste good because I have no chocolate in it. It's a gimmick that they use. I don't know how many people remember there was a chocolate long time called Pink Panther, a pink chocolate. Do you all remember that? Nobody here remember that? I so old boy? Pink Panther chocolate. Because it was pink. It was white chocolate that they dye pink and they're selling it for people. That's the worst tasting thing in the world. Dark chocolate is the best chocolate. I like my dark chocolate. And I do savor chocolate from all over the world. So I could tell you the taste of Trinidad chocolate is unique. If you get a chocolate bar that is made in Trinidad, it is delicious beyond words. As a matter of fact, I have some business associates all over the world that when I travel, I buy Trinidad chocolate and take it for them. And when they eat it, they're like, what is this? I say, that is pure chocolate you're tasting. They're like, wow, we have never tasted something like this. And it's a fact. So, foods that are good for you. Now, milk chocolate, milk is added to it to get that consistency and that color, and sugar. But the dark chocolate has very little sugar. Sometimes they need it will tell you 60%, 50%, 60%, 70%, and 90% chocolate. The 90% don't taste so nice. But it's good for you. So we must know these things. And I use chocolate as an example because I know the majority of people out there like chocolate. And I know after this program, a lot of you are going to do the research to find out about Trinidad chocolate. If you ever have the opportunity to come to Trinidad, try the Criollo chocolate, cocoa, and it is the best thing you have ever tasted in your life. And then the Trinitario. But I like Criollo more than Trinitario, so I have my preference.
Someone asked if there are treatments for endometriosis.
Yes, that also we treat.
And they also asked, so replacing condensed milk with honey and normal milk with almond or oat milk, is that healthy?
Well, I know there's no such thing called almond milk because I never see almond with breast yet. And I don't see an oat with nipples. So there's no such thing in my book called almond milk and oat milk. Okay? But you could make your punch with goat milk, cow milk, but is the sweetening part of it where the condensed milk is added. So you could make it with oat juice and almond juice. Because if you squeeze a fruit and you get something out of it, do you call it milk? The only milk here is get out of a tree to make rubber. Or to make lagli. For who know about lagli? All you know is lagli? The whole bird in the bush. All you learning a lot of things here today. But there's no, you can't squeeze an almond and get milk out of it. Although in the United States they call it almond milk, and they pass a law now that you can call it milk, They make it official that it is milk, Last month, I think, or 2 months ago. But there's that, I call it juice. You could make it with even coconut water. Coconut water is even better. Do you know during World War II, and a lot of people will be blown away by this, during World War II, when soldiers were injured in the South Pacific, what they used for blood? Do you know what they use for blood?
No.
Coconut water.
Really?
Yes. Coconut water is IV to save soldiers. That is how good coconut water is. Coconut. Why do you think Hindus use coconut in their worship? Now it's Durga, now it's Navratri. For those of you who are Hindus and following that. Now it's Navratri, and the number one thing you have to do is get dry coconut and use that in your prayer every day and burn that at the end of the 9 days. That is your sacrifice. That is the whole food. That is total food. Any Hindu walking into their new home, they'll burn a coconut. Anytime you do a prayer, you burn a coconut. Coconut is the ideal food. It has everything you need. Coconut water is very good. I use coconut water whenever I have to mix anything. If I have to take protein powder, I don't mix it with milk or water. I mix it with coconut water. And coconut water is naturally sweet. So you don't need to add anything to it. No honey, no sugar, no nothing. It is naturally sweet. So instead of using all these fancy things and expensive things, coconut water is still cheap. Coconut water is still very cheap in Trinidad. Buy a bottle of coconut water and mix your punch. And it tastes better than if you mix it with milk. So you learn something.
Someone asked, can you get pregnant when you have a fibroid?
Yes, you can, but you may not carry the pregnancy.
Okay. And someone asked if you can call back out your number for the center.
It's 1-868-645-4543 or 1-868-285-9639. Is it? 9739. Sorry, 9739. And my personal number is 1-868-740-1961. You could WhatsApp me. Yes, anything with cocoa is good. Coconut, cocoa. I just spot that one. And Chan, is not a matter of agreement, you know. It is a tested fact that Trinidad cocoa is the best cocoa in the world. That is a fact, you know. That is not somebody make up that or you just come up with that, you know. And I guess it's because where we are situated and the type of soil that we have and all that. Any questions?
How can I see you for consultation?
Call 868-645-9829, 1-868-645-4543, 1-868-285-9739. Yes, it's Trinidad flag in the back because I'm a Trinidadian, of course. I'm a proud Trini. Red wine is good, of course, red wine is good, but not too much of it, like everything else. Like you're testing something there, boy. Go ahead. Last year. Hey, last week a woman saw two of you here and she ghosted me.
She goes.
She ghosted me after that. Yeah, she said, you and your models. I said, what the
She
hell is
felt
that?
intimidated.
Of course she felt intimidated. She can't handle beauty. I'm sure she's listening on some other device. You know. Ever so often, there is we don't deal with minors, Joey. So get your ass out of here before we ban you from freaking TikTok from joining us. Minors, what the hell wrong with you? Fata, you go ask that question? Dotish people. That is a dotish idiot.
We are very comfortable here.
If you know what people thinking, you have illegal activities going on in the background.
Well, it is activities going in. It's not illegal. Everything I do is legal. What the hell wrong with them?
Someone said, so I've heard people say that parkour does help. Does it? What is that?
Gandhi says, Be the change you want to see in the world. You all understand anything about Mahatma Gandhi? Whether you approve of it or not? Listen to the philosophy of Mahatma Gandhi and then you'll ask dotish question. Okay?
Someone asked, is HRT good to go on when going through menopause?
Your OBGYN will have to let you know that.
So I remember.
So getting back to the macro water and whatnot. Any shellfish, especially things like oyster and mackerel, whatnot, have a certain amount of zinc. Is the zinc that good for you? Okay? For men. The zinc. Not the mackerel, not the oysters. The zinc that is found in it. So take a zinc supplement. That's all. People don't break down the product and find out what is the active ingredient in the product. And then you will know.
So people talking about the watermelon.
Watermelon is very good for you.
Not the green part of the watermelon. I remember growing up and a lot of older men used to tell me the green part of the watermelon, eat it, it's good for your boy.
Watermelon is good for men. But if you're diabetic, you have to stay away from watermelon. The same way, if you are diabetic, you don't use the coconut that is full, the sweet one. You use the young coconut. You have to know what is good for you. Pineapple is good for you, but not if you have diabetes.
Someone said I saw a lot of people taking royal honey.
Yeah, there's a new thing out. I was about to talk about that. Every 6 months, a new gimmick comes out. A new gimmick comes out every 6 months. I answer your question there. To make money. The honey that is being sold now is not real. Half the time, the honey that is being sold to the public is not real. So be aware of that, please. There are honey that is being manufactured, not by bees, but by human being in a lab. That is not honey. It smells like honey, it tastes like honey, but it's not honey. So please do not be fooled by these things. And they will add something to it that will give you a little zing. And you will think that it is the best thing since sliced bread.
Does maca root make you more fertile?
Nope. Now, the honey that is sold in Trinidad that is legitimate has the apiary number on it. It means it came from an apiary. An apiary is a bee farm, for those who don't know. Right? The bees manufacture the honey. It's extracted, and real honey is expensive. Right? Real honey is expensive because of the process, and I don't mind paying for a bottle of pure honey as opposed to a bottle of imitation honey, because I will not buy imitation honey. That's why when I go to buy honey, I have to see the apiary stamp on it. Or I have to know if the person has bees, I will buy from him or her. I'm very funny about those things. There are too much false things that are manufactured out there now that mimics the real thing.
Someone asks, I would like to know how can too much cycling for a man has less chances to get a woman pregnant?
Because it affects your prostate and your perineum. That's why cycling is not a good sport for men to be doing all the time. And it's not a good form of exercise. The saddle goes up into your crack and rubs on your perineum and affects your prostate.
Someone asks,
How I gonna know what the drug is selling? How would I know what you are buying? When you go ask them which farm it came from, which apiary it came from, and where's the apiary stamp. If it does not have an apiary stamp, it's not good, in my opinion. That is my opinion, you know. Right? And it's factual in Trinidad. If it does not have the apiary stamp, it did not come from an apiary. It might be somebody bringing it in a barrel from China. It might be somebody bringing a barrel from another country of what is supposed to be honey. Ask the people where they get it from and where's the stamp. If it doesn't have the stamp, don't buy it. The only way to stamp out these kind of things, it could be like, okay, I have a product called Dr. Raj Extreme White, invented by me. My product. Never sold outside of my business, please. And you know it have pharmacies in Trinidad will tell you that the Dr. Raj Extreme White. Now we are selling to pharmacies and it have to have my picture on it, on the pack. If it doesn't have my picture, it's not real. Just remember that. Just remember that. Those things, people have too much of false things out there. You have false sexual products. That is causing more harm to male than helping them. And yet still men are buying it. Yet still they're buying it.
Somebody's asking about hyperplasia.
Maybe we could talk about it.
What, prostate?
Didn't say.
Again.
The extra white, the extreme white, it's not extra white. Extreme. XTREME. Dr. Raj Extreme White. It's a sexual booster that is safe for persons to use. It's not a drug. But like I said, the Extreme White is my product and my product only. Nobody has that. Nobody. So when you go to a pharmacy and they tell you they have the Dr. Raj or they have the Extreme White, ask them to see the Dr. Raj stamp. If it doesn't have the Dr. Raj stamp, if it doesn't have this on it, it's not real. That is me. People like to steal people's idea too much.
So I want to know what is extra white.
It's a extreme white. Extreme white.
What it is. I wanna
It's
know
a
what-
booster. It's a sexual booster. Just went through that. I will answer the question. It is a sexual booster. No, that product is not good. Anything that ends in gra. Let's put it this way. In Hindu religion, teach you that anything is when with gra, it is good for you. Okay? That should be enough for you to know. Agra is not good. Remember that. Agra is not good. I'm trying to get you here, you know, something about, I'm kind of missing you. I need to
Someone
refocus.
asked why is the next girl hiding?
Because she ugly. And she ugly?
Yes, very ugly.
Very ugly. We cannot afford to show her she have face for radio. She has the ideal face for radio, not for television or viewing. Because if you see her, you'll say, nah, boy. Huh. Yeah, let me move there. Something wrong here. We're not as we were last week. Something is wrong.
I think she was a little closer.
Yeah, come. So stand up.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
sign up. Yeah.
Right, like that. Yeah. Baito. I think the last time because I touched her here, that the other person got vexed and say, imagine a woman who don't even know me just get vexed with me because I touch another woman. What and my wife do vex. Yeah, so sit. Is this allowed? Aren't we doing it? Okay. No, I don't. I'm not talking about you vexing another woman who ghosted me last week. Are you in vex? You have a good heart. People who have a good heart don't get vexed about these things, you know. They don't get vexed about it because you know why? They know that is my characteristic. They know that is what I do. That is what I do best. Right? I like this is the entertainment part. Having somebody as beautiful as she is, as part of the program, having a hand reaching out here, reach out and touch someone. It's all part of the entertainment. Because if I sit down here and talk alone, you say, what the hell he going to preach, boy? Gasp in, bring your 2 knees up to your chest. And take some garlic. Or cabbage.
Oh my God.
You know what's going to happen? And run out of the room. Not seeing the next girl. I tell you, she has the face for radio. She does not have a face for viewing. Understand what that means. That this in you. Come here, what? Come here, what? Let me just get it. Come, stand up, stand up, stand up. Move this foot here. Before I break off. Right. Let's see what we could do here. Dun, 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 dun. Where you going? But what? Where you? You disappear. I thought I made.
Oh my.
I thought I made it better.
No, I disappeared.
Okay, you want to go back, so? Right. And you come. Right. Better. Nice. Right. Much better. Mr. Director,
Yeah.
in the future, fix the people properly. Eh? Because right now, I don't want nobody pelting thing through the screen to hit me, you know.
Now just keeping them at bay. How long they're begging to see them?
Well, you see, well, nobody tell me they're begging to see. If I knew they were begging, I'd tell them keep on begging.
I just trying to hook them, keep them engaged. When I ready to go see.
Aye. Check out that. Now, you've seen more when you are on certain devices, eh? Ooh. They just got to see me. Oh, let me hush my mouth there. If you want to see more, you have to go on to the YouTube for this week, under today's date, 240323, and you'll see more. That's where you see more. On YouTube, not on TikTok. It's not allowed. Somebody looking for a practice partner. Are you looking for one too?
Someone asked if we are a couple.
Are you?
Are we?
We going public with it or we keep it private?
Keep it private. Hey, once they are together, it's a couple. 1, 2. 2 is a couple, right?
Yeah.
Right. They are a couple. A couple of girls. Now remember, anybody have any sexual dysfunction, wherever you may be in the world, I do treat persons virtually. You can get in touch with me via my WhatsApp number, 1-868-740-1961. Jared, you really know me, boy. Send me a WhatsApp message and I'll be in touch with you and I'll tell you how you can join us virtually. Join me for your treatment. For if you need... Bobby, how are you, my friend? Now, that's the best cook it have, eh? He could real cook. You coming for Easter? Bobby is in New York. I'm not seeing my darling in Toronto. Are you there? All the products that you all call in Tongat Ali, ashwagandha, all these things are safe to use and it has some benefits for you, but don't use it as a cure-all. Don't say that I'm using this product and I'm going to have the best sex life. It's not. It's going to help you, yes. It helps you to maintain certain things, but it is not the answer for everything. Please. Dr. Raj, the sexologist, is my YouTube, Twitter, TikTok. If you want me on Facebook, it's my full name, proper name. Giriraj Ganesh Ramnanan. I wanted to talk to you in Napa. Well, why didn't you talk to me? People were calling me left, right, and center. That was last week, Saturday, and I was talking to everybody. 1-868-740-1961. 1-868-740-1961. Whoever wants to get in touch with me, that's my WhatsApp number. You could WhatsApp me now. Look my phone here. Right? Look my phone here, in case you don't believe me. And certain pharmacies in Trinidad and Tobago will have my products from next week, which is the Extreme Bicolor, the Extreme White, and the Erectile Enhancer, better known as EE. Those are my 3 products. Additionally, you'll get a product called the Kangaroo, right? And there's another product called, what is the other product? It just slipped me. I had it here. Big penis. So for those of you going to the pharmacy, look for this. Look for this poster. It will be in gloss paper, not this thing, but this is just a mock-up. And it will have the price, so they can't oversell it. Look for that. And then you'll know they have my product.
So they want to know if it has any side effects and if you can talk more on the kangaroo.
Okay, there's no detrimental side effects as long as you use it as stipulated. It helps you with your erection. Some of it helps you to last longer. It depends on which one of the product you're using. The Kangaroo is 1 tablet. You can take it one every 2 to 3 days. Some persons last longer. If you have a sexual dysfunction, of course, you know that you need to get treated, right? The big penis is to help with the development of your penis, so you have to use that more often, right? The Extreme Bicolor helps you with your erection, the hardness of your erection, the turgidity of your erection, the ability to last longer. And the Extreme White is the most powerful one. The EE is safe for anyone to use. You have hypertension, heart problem, you had a heart attack, you have heart surgery, high cholesterol, whatever, that is safe for you. Right? Hypertension, what's the other one? Diabetes. It's good for you to use. That is the EE, the extreme, what's wrong with me? What happened to erectile enhancer? I just had a brain freeze a minute there, boy. Wow. Yes, we are living in a chemical warfare. What's the cost of Extreme White? $125. And you can use half a capsule every 3 days or 1 capsule every 7 days.
Someone asked what's the cost for.
Don't call me while I'm on the air, please. You're being disrespectful. I'm doing a live program. Please don't call me. Call me after the program or send me a WhatsApp message. I respond to all messages, you know. That is one thing you'll get from me. I respond to all messages. Doctor, thank you for my good friend, Dr. Singh. How are you? And Isha, what's wrong with why people are understanding? Don't call me. Please don't call me now. Call me after the program. She have a Sesame Street thing. I like Ernie. I find Ernie kicksy.
Someone asked what's the cost for consulting.
My consultation is 100 US or 500 TT. If you're in Trinidad, it's cheaper. And consultation virtually takes a lot more time than if you're sitting in front of me. That's one thing I've
It's
learned.
not $70 US.
No, 100 US. Yes, so let's stop calling on the live. Who's that darling boy?
Someone said the girls are in the wrong seat.
Yeah, I agree with you, no.
And they said, why is chocolate hiding in the corner pertaining to my dress?
Why I tell you, she has a face. She has a face for radio. All you understand what that means? She does not have a face for you to be seen. Because when you see her face, you may not want to watch her again. That's not true, eh? They know that's not true. By the hair of my chinny chin chin, are you playing with her chin? And she's stroking. Let me see that stroke again. That stroke looking like something I know. Yeah.
Quite familiar.
Quite familiar, man. Most guys will know that stroke. And like, is a boss at it, boy? Check out the eyes there. I like her eyes. The way she does look at you. You will not find the video on YouTube. You can look at YouTube live right now. Right? It will be on YouTube as a video after the program. That's when we load it on. But if you're on YouTube live, Dr. Raj, the sexologist, you'll be able to see it. But we need some likes. We are getting enough likes. People are liking the program today.
Someone asked, "Are you hiring?"
We always hiring, of course. We always hiring. Send your message to my WhatsApp. 1-868-740-1961. 1961. We always hiring people. We have 5 outlets, right? We have entertainment company. We have different things. So yes, we are always hiring.
So my once in a while is a good enhancement for women.
We have a product coming out next 2 weeks. We'll let you know. There's none right now on the market.
People say they're missing the hand. They're not getting enough action.
Da 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 da. Woo! I had to do that. Why that is not. Somebody's asking if any of my angel from the radio program still here. No, they're all married and they have migrated and have children and all those things. I know who you're asking about. I know you're definitely asking about the archangel. Nope. If you want me on Instagram, you can get me on Instagram at Dr. Raj the Sexologist. The same name you get me on TikTok. The same name you will get me on Instagram. Right? So if you have a lot of questions and whatnot, but I don't know who you are. You see when people have user 79, this, and all these numbers, I don't know who you are. So some people send me a message as though I remember who they are.
You have to state a name.
You have to state your name, who you are, what it is about. Please, whenever you are contacting me, right, be courteous by giving me your full name, your age, your gender, and where you contacted me from, meaning the country. I don't want to know your house number. I want to know what country you're contacting me from. So sometimes somebody will be contacting me and I feel it's Trinidad, but you're not in Trinidad, you might be in another country. And hear them, how do I get in contact with your office? So in Trinidad, when we give out phone numbers, we don't give out the code. When somebody asks you for a number in Trinidad, we give you 7 numbers. 645-4543. But if somebody asks, how do I contact your office from overseas, we'll tell you 1-868-645-4543. If somebody's in Trinidad and they want to get in touch with me via WhatsApp, it's 740-1961. But if you are outside of Trinidad and Tobago, the number is 1-868-740-1961. I mean, those are common sense things. So please, give me information and I'll give you the correct information. And, well, since my friend Dr. Singh was on and he always liked me to talk about sex toys, and I always like to talk about sex toys and what it does to enhance your relationship. Sex toys should not be feared by men. A lot of men fear a dildo or fear a vibrator. Why? Sex toys are something that you could use to enhance your relationship and enjoy sex in a different way. So it is something complementary to you. So do not be afraid of using a sex toy with your partner, especially if your partner wants to use it. Help her to find the toy that is going to be right for her. Help her to find the toy that is going to not only make her feel good, but also me, her and me, both of us. According to Sparrow, both of them. I like that song too bad, you know. Relax? Relax me. I need to be relaxed. So, but please understand, if you are sending a message to me now, I will not respond to you now. If you want to get product outside of Trinidad, it is sent for you from my office in Florida. I have an office in Florida that sends out everything to anywhere in the world. As a matter of fact, just this week gone, I had to send something as far away as the Maldives. So, if you want product, it is sent from Florida. If you need a prescription for it, I will set it on my prescription pad. But nothing you'll need some countries are different. So they will know that it is for your treatment. The supplement prices will be there on the poster. We're asking the pharmacy to keep their prices to what we set, right? Don't sell it more expensive, although you can get more money for it. As a matter of fact, some of my associates were saying, why don't we raise the price? I don't like raising price of product. Our product has maintained the same price for the last 2 to 3 years, right? Even if it costs us a little more. I really don't like raising prices, and sometimes I get disagreement from certain people. So, time flying.
Yeah, boy.
Time is flying like a jet plane. To answer your question on the big penis, it's $55.
Someone asked, is there any age limit to using those products?
Well, again, if you are, and this is very serious, if you are 18 years to 25 years, you should not be needing a product to have sex. If you feel the need to use a product, use the lowest grade one, which is the kangaroo. But if you need a product because of aging, low testosterone, diabetes, hypertension, and other things, right? There is no age in using it. You just have to know which one works best for you. I cannot tell you what is best for you unless you do a consultation, and a consultation costs money. It is up to you to go and try the product and see which one works best for you. So you can try all the product and see which one works best for you, and it will be less than if you have to pay to see me. A consultation is 500 TT dollars or 100 US dollars. That is my consultation fee. And that is because in a consultation you get a one-on-one and you get more information. I get more information from you and I give you more information about yourself. Right? It is specific for you. So my consultation for you, Mr. Director, you can't pass that on to your partner. It will not work. I know it, fellas. Send one person here to learn how to cure premature ejaculation, and all of them want to use the same thing, And I watch them and laugh. I say, it's specific for the individual, it wouldn't work. My program is not carte blanche. It's not for everyone. It's specific for the individual based on their consultation. The same thing with penis enhancement. The same thing with if you have polycystic ovaries. The same thing if you want to have a child. The same thing if you're a guy who has sexual dysfunction. It is specific for the individual. This is my profession. Boy, what can I say? Funny thing about it. Person who is looking at me on TikTok. You can meet me in Shagodas. I have an office in Shagodas. Yes, I have an office in Shagodas. For the 75-year-old man, you know who you are. And my oldest client was 84 years of age. I've seen many persons between 75 and 84 years of age in that age bracket and help them sexually. Now, some persons ask you, should I stop having sex when I reach a certain age as a man? The only time you should stop having sex is if you make a decision not to have sex. There's no age limit to having sex. Or if you're incapable of having sex. As a matter of fact, in the Hindu culture, when you're heading for moksha, you stop having sex and all. You're supposed to not only stop having sex, but you're supposed to give away all your wealth and whatnot. When you're heading for moksha, you're supposed to get rid of everything and put yourself in the hands of the Lord. Not many people just do that. And I don't want everybody silent. What is this? We don't want no dead air on radio. I have 2 women here and we are dead air. Behave yourself.
Someone asked, how does a vagina feel?
Let me describe how the vagina feels.
Amazing.
Wait. You cannot know how a vagina feels. You cannot know how it feels. A vagina is like velvet that is lined with oil. If you ever put your hand, anybody ever play with velvet yet? Or silk? It's silky smooth. And if you're talking about the taste, it's delicious. Especially if you're clean. Only if it's clean. If it's dirty, it's not delicious. It's disgusting. And there's someone who cannot take care of their own vagina. But it is the best thing that God ever made. I could tell you that. That much. Ode to the vagina. We have to do a program on the vagina alone, you know. An entire program. We'll have a demonstration live, right? You'll show yours? You'll show yours?
Mine? They have to come to your show.
Oh. Okay. I answered that
They are
question.
asking.
Someone likes we have so far. I seen it like, what's going on here? Why am I not seeing it? No, that is... Okay. All right. Okay, I got it.
They're asking to see the girls. They want
Yes,
both of the girls to stand
I
up.
do answer on Instagram also, but I'm not on Instagram as often as I am on WhatsApp, right? But I do go on my Instagram and check it at least twice a day, morning and afternoon. I'm on TikTok all the time, so you can ask questions on TikTok, but I'm on TikTok regularly, right? I do answer. The best way to communicate with me, and I'm not telling you have to do this, but the best way to communicate with me is via WhatsApp. And who wants to do a collaboration with me?
Yes, somebody wants to do a collaboration.
Of course, I'll do a collaboration with anybody. What's your name?
They're going on that business.
Natsabel. You can contact me at 1-868-740-1961. And I collaborate with anybody. I like to see young people in business and they are prosperous. I like to help young people. Right? That is my mission in life, to help people. Woo! 64 messages. Okay. I have a lot of... Okay, after this program, I'm heading home. My home is about, at this hour of the day, it's about half an hour away. Under normal circumstances, 7 minutes away, but with the traffic. I go home, I have dinner with my wife, and then I'm free. But if I have clients that I have to deal with via WhatsApp and live, my virtual clients, I deal with them first, and then I answer questions and deal with other people. Today my wife told me, she said, every time I get up in the night, you on your phone. I say, why you get up watching me on my phone? You will remain awake and I'm going to act asleep, you know. So yes, I'll do a collaboration with you and anybody else who wants. Is this legal in Trinidad? Is what legal in Trinidad? What is this? You know, people have asked questions, is this legal in Trinidad? What is this? THIS. This could be anything. A bottle of rum is legal in Trinidad. A bottle of water is legal in Trinidad. Is it a bottle of water? What is legal?
You know what? I personally find the behavior like they never see a woman dressed like that on a live. Are they?
Hey!
Are they? Not even
Here
live,
is
just a
man.
normal video.
This is a. Let me. You ever been to carnival? You're Trinidadian and never see people in carnival.
People say carnival. They never went to the beach.
What's wrong with people, boy? And you really don't know about me, boy. I have been on the radio for so much years, and the things we have done on radio is... I have had live shows with porn actresses on the beach. On the beach in Trinidad. With 10,000 people there. You really don't know who Dr. Raj is? I need my reading glasses to read because of the fine print here.
Someone asks, is there any other sexologists in Trinidad
Nope.
or the Caribbean besides you?
Nope, none. I'm the only qualified sexologist in the Caribbean. There's no other qualified sexologist in the Caribbean. Namaste. But in Trinidad we say Sitaram, which is the same thing. Because Sita and Ram resides in Lord Hanuman, and we say Sitaram.
Somebody say I look clueless, yes?
What? Somebody say what?
Somebody call me clueless.
Who, you?
Yeah.
You clueless?
Yeah, boy.
You of all people. This man used to be on my radio program on 94.1. What wrong with all the way? He clueless. Closest office to San Juan is in St. Augustine. You could walk from there and reach here. If you like to walk.
Oh my
And you
God.
just walk?
No.
Asking if this show was in Trinidad.
What show? This
You
show?
want to know the beach one, you also mention it.
I try to remember. Granville Beach. It was in Granville Beach. 10,000 people down there. The next one was in the Triangle in Aranguez, which is no longer the Triangle, it's a mall now. Right? The Triangle in Aranguez, and one we did one in Cora River. We did one in St. Joseph, Maraca, St. Joseph River. What wrong with all you? All you don't come down.
Someone asked if she can stand again.
Of course, you want my persuasion? I wanted to see if the front looking. Bottom in the road. I like Iowa George, you know. The first song you ever come out with, Bottom in the Road, favorite. Favorite. Now, the clinic in Toko is by the lighthouse. What kind of stupid question is that, boy? If you want to see me, you come to see me. I'm not coming to see you.
Someone asked if white chocolate is on the menu.
Yeah. I think I know what I mean by that.
Can you?
Wait. Hi, Raj. Are you in San Juan, Curup? San Juan is not in Curup. St. Augustine. St. Augustine. For those who can understand English. Trinidad English. St. Augustine. For the big shot out there, St. Augustine.
Someone asked, can you help with pregnancy if tubes are blocked?
Yes, we have something for that. Block, but not tubal ligation, eh? Block tubes, yes. I have been doing this publicly for over 25 years. Some of you weren't even born when I was doing this. Some of you were imagination of your parents. I have been doing this legally. I've never gotten any problems with the law. I've never broken the law. The only problems I have is with customs. Right? So please get that into your head. Police don't have to come to me. I do things within the law. Even my radio program, when I first went on radio, right? Mr. Junior Saldana bolt out the door when I say penis and vagina. He run out of the studio. He said, oh God, penis and vagina, oh God. I said, Christian boy, I just go, I said, Roman Catholic, if people from the church hear me in a program with penis and vagina, they will ostracize me. I said, what are you worried about, man? After that, he became my best friend. We did program for about 18 years live. We do program. He came to all my shows. He went Granville. He spent the night in Granville with all the ladies and things. He had a ball. We had ladies on the stage. We had water trucks spraying down people and all kind of thing.
They want to know when your show is, your next show.
It will be advertised.
Keep calm.
Keep calm. It will be advertised. I am not rushing to do anything. I am not. I have been there, done. You see, I need the motivation from you all to do things because I've been there, done that. So there's no motivation to do anything like that again unless I have a multitude of people saying, Dr. Raj, I used to do seminars and we'll have couples come in to learn what to do with their partners, with live demonstration. We'll have a guy and a woman there to demonstrate live. Sometimes I will demonstrate certain things. My wife used to be the one handing out pamphlets and all kind of thing, and people even know that I'm my wife there. She used to be one of the ushers. And then they'll say, you okay with doing this? I say, well, ask her, look, she there. And they're like, what? I say, yeah, that's my wife. The Swingers Club, same day. One day she went to the Swingers Club. We had a dinner party. Here, if all you'll excuse me, Raj is going to drop me home, but he's going to come back. And they're like, your wife okay with this? I say, yes. She said, well, I have her here. That is who I am. I could do these things because I am Dr. Raj. You are not. I'm not boasting. I'm just saying a fact. I'm stating a fact. If you're drinking puncheon and you think you're going to perform properly, well, I have something to tell you. It ain't going to happen. The things you'll cut away there, it ain't going to happen. Yes, your safe bet is a consultation. Once you have done a consultation, I could tell you what you can use. If you cannot get the product in your country, we'll send it to you from the United States. Right? It's not coming from Trinidad, so it's much cheaper if it's coming from the United States. You will have to pay your taxes and whatnot in your country. But if it's coming from Trinidad, it's much more expensive because we have to pay tax when it comes into Trinidad. So that's why we tell people we send it out of the United States, where it's manufactured. My products are manufactured in the US, not in China, not in Japan, not in Korea, not in England. It's manufactured in the United States. One-on-one is always possible. Shagwanas, we are in Edinburgh. Edinburgh, on your way to Chase Village, not the other Edinburgh. Edinburgh, on your way to Chase Village, just after Fens. Heading south. Oh, I know. All you're right. I behind? Okay. 12,000. What? How many likes? We see no hearts. I want to see heart. I need some heart. Some heart to heart. Oh, I should have known it's you. Sexy sad. I have a person who listens to me, have been listening to me on radio since she was a teenager. I think she was underage. I call her Sexy Sad, and there's a reason for that. She's on TikTok under a different name. Sexy Sad, how are you? You don't have to answer on TikTok. You have my private number. So you can answer there. Wow. I see why all you're reading out somebody questions, eh? I see now. And I love the yes, man. Yes. Who are you teaching to carry on your legacy? I wish there was somebody who I can teach. Every person I try to teach, they want the benefits before anything else. Every person I've attempted to teach wants the benefit of what I do without the commitment and other things. Putting in the hours and the time and everything else. Now, to be a sexologist, and this is very serious, sexology is not theory. Sexology is practical. If you don't know and have not experienced doing something, no book could teach you that. A book cannot teach you the sweetness of a vagina. You have to feel that and know that. That is why sexology is a practical subject. It's a practical profession. You have to know how a penis will react, how a vagina will react, how a mental capacity is, a woman's behavior. You have to know the practical side of it. And if you are willing to learn that, you can't learn. You could do all the biology and sociology and psychology in the world. And if you don't know the practical part of it, you're going to fail at sexology. I need to have a glass of water, a cup of water. You didn't even tell me to take a break for water. And them girls and them not talking in the background, so we have dead air for a while. We don't want dead air.
It's just some of the questions that they are asking.
Know how to phrase it. Rephrase it. What is that?
It's ridiculousness people
Yes.
ask.
Ridiculous
People
questions?
Yeah.
Like
are
what?
asking if the mothers in the back are disease free.
Of course they are.
God.
Anybody who works with me are disease free. They have to go and do a test. That is what people don't understand that. If you want to work for me, you have to go and be tested. Because if I have to interact with you and I touch her, and you know there are some STDs that can be passed on by touch. I want to know you clean. So you are tested. What do you think it is? I've been doing this for so much years and I'm disease free. I get tested 2 and 3 times for the year, sometimes 4 times, because of my lifestyle, because of what I do. So I have to make sure everybody around me is clean. So what kind of dotish question you asking?
Someone asked if you have Chinese youth.
Chinese?
Chinese youth.
Why?
Any Asian.
Let the suspect something.
Maybe their flavor.
Well, everybody have a choice.
And they said the white chocolate just teasing in the back.
No, white chocolate is having a good time. I can tell you that. If you want to appear on my radio program, you can do so as one of the angels. If you think that you could do more with the angel or by yourself, you can also apply. You'll be tried and tested on the program, right? That's all. There are some persons who like being here. I have tried persons on the program already live and they fail. They fail miserably because they don't have the personality. Look at the smile on this lovely lady. Look at that. The smile alone is $1 million
They
smile.
don't like that they are just seeing my arm. They want me to stand up and they want to see. They don't like how I'm.
They want to see more of you.
Yes.
They want to see more of you. We have a few minutes, so I think I'll show a little half of you here. Ooh. Oh, yes, better. Right. For those of you on YouTube, you'll see plenty more. And we're winding down the program. Master Control, I hope you're there. I haven't heard us sing. We're still connected, right? Let me make sure. Yeah, we had no hiccups today. Absolutely none. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So, yes, I like to have nice women around me. That's one thing. People will tell you that. Ever since I started radio and doing shows and whatnot, I always like lovely women around me.
Nice, I joke.
Yes, Raj means king, in case you don't know. You know, you all are getting so much of free information. Free exclusive information that you cannot get anywhere else. Right? And yet still always ask for FRICO. All I ever think about supporting me financially. And I'm serious. Because everything costs money, you know. When these girls come to work, they get paid. Right? My technical director, he gets paid. It comes out of my pocket for me to give all the free information. All I ever think about, how could I contribute to Dr. Raj to continue getting free information and to making sure that everything goes well. Because they don't not only get paid, I make sure they have something to eat. I make sure they're comfortable. I have to buy outfit for them. All I ever stop to think about that. I'm not begging, you know. But think about how you could contribute financially for the betterment of you because you getting the information. You are getting the information. I don't need the information. I already have it. I giving it away free. But what I'm saying, stop thinking about buy one and get one free. Stop thinking about what you could get for free because you're already getting a lot of information for free and find out how you could contribute to the program. You have a business, advertise on the program. It's simple. It ain't costing much. $500 for the month. And I don't keep the money in my pocket, you know. The money goes to them, my workers. Because they get paid. I'm making sure that when they're on the program, they get paid for it, you know. Nobody does anything for free, you know. Because I don't believe that people should be doing things for free. I just give away a lot for free. So if you want to support the program, sponsor something. Stop asking for FRICO. Because you're getting a lot free. Right? Contribute to the program. Find a way to contribute to the program. If you think the program have value. If the program have no value for you, don't contribute. But if it has value for you and you could contribute, find a way to contribute. Advertise your product on my program. You want to reach my TikTok? You want to reach my Instagram, you want to reach the persons listening on the radio station, sponsor something. Somebody want to sponsor some lingerie for the girls? Go ahead. Let me see. Put your money where your mouth is. People have a lot of talk. Eh? I have learned over the years that people will promise you the moon, and you know I just tell girls who working for me and doing massages and whatnot. A man will come to you and he'll tell you, I'm going away tomorrow. I'll bring a bottle of perfume for you. Give me a free this now, or give me some more time now, extra time. I say wait till you get it because you're getting nothing after he finish it. People has promised you the moon and the stars, and they can't even reach the roof. Me, on the other hand, if I promise you something, you get more than what I promise. Because I am that kind of person. That is the kind of person I am. And there are persons who will want free advice and find out what to buy, and they wouldn't come and buy a single thing by me. They wouldn't come and buy something by me. They'll go buy somebody else and buy. That is not fair, but that is life. If that makes you happy, you have to sleep with you, though. I don't have to sleep with you. I have to sleep with me. And I know when I sleep with me, I am comfortable. With that, folks, I've reached the end of my program. Like I said, if this program has value for you, advertise on my program. That's all you need to do. Sponsor one of the girls. Say I'm sponsoring 2 outfits for them. Or sponsoring their salary for the week, or the month, or the year. And we'll have them there all the time. And maybe they might, if you bring something less for them to wear, she can wear it.
Yes.
Yes. You see, if you bring something less for she to wear, she'll wear it. So, Master Control, you ready to take over? How was it? Thank you, my friend. All the best. All right. Oh, they didn't say their goodbyes.
Yeah, that's a good one.
They did? While I was talking?
Yeah.
Yes, go on. What am I doing here? I have no idea what I'm doing here. Okay. Okay, what's happening here? Ooh. So why are you hiding? I want to see too. Come, you handle this one. No, when I say. And